Are you struggling to recover from a pulled hamstring or hamstring strain? Or perhaps you've had a history of hamstring strains that just keep recurring every so often. If so, then this video is for you. Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. So, hamstring strains or pulls, same thing. Really common injury in sports, as I mentioned, and notoriously hard to come back from. Rehab tends to last a long time. It's hard for athletes to get back to full speed. Injuries tend to recur often, and I'm convinced that that's at least partly due to mistakes in rehab. I think athletes, patients, tend to focus too much on stretching. Stretching's great, flexibility's great, but it's not the cure. Strengthening is really the cure. But here's the other problem. I think folks, and it's just been my experience, that folks tend to jump into exercises that are too advanced too soon. They're doing exercises that are more appropriate for an end stage of rehab rather than the beginning stage or intermediate stage. And this video is about an intermediate stage. I demonstrate my phase 2 home exercises for hamstring strain. Before I demonstrate the program, I want to remind everybody, click those like buttons, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing with your hamstring rehab. So the focus of this program is intermediate strengthening. What precisely does that mean? It means we're strengthening the hamstring muscles. We're doing exercises that strengthen this group of muscles while not simultaneously stretching the muscles. So an example of an exercise that does that would be the deadlift, which is a great exercise and will be part of our advanced program. But in this intermediate stage of healing, you're probably not quite ready for that. So our first exercise is a simple bridge. Now we did this in our beginning stage rehab, and I'll link that video in the description. So by this time, you're probably kind of beyond this. This is easy for you. So we're going to advance to a single leg bridge. So one leg up, in this case my hurt leg is my left leg, bridge up, hold for 5 to 10 seconds, come down, up, hold 5 to 10 seconds, come down. Now if that's easy, we go to the next step in the progression, which is a bridge walkout. So bridge up, keep the butt off the floor for the entire exercise, and then in choppy steps, walk out. Hold each step for just a moment, then come back to the starting point. That's 1. See if you can do 5 reps. I know in the intro I mentioned that it's my opinion that people stretch too much when they're trying to recover from a hamstring strain, which I think is true, but that doesn't mean that flexibility doesn't matter. We do want to regain whatever flexibility we lost because of our injury. So we are going to do some stretching. And here's a stretch that I like to do. It's fairly gentle and it's effective. Simply grab behind the hurt side knee, straighten the knee until you feel some pull in the hamstrings, hold for 10 to 15 seconds. So not a really long hold time, relax. Straighten, hold 10 to 15 seconds, relax. For this next exercise, you're going to need a stability ball. So here, we're going to start to work on hamstring strengthening in a way that is a little more like the demands of sprinting, where the muscle is actually shortening, lengthening, shortening, lengthening. So, heels on the stability ball, lift the butt up off the floor, hold it up the whole time, pull the ball towards you, hold for a moment, and then straighten the knees slowly. That's kind of the important part. Come in kind of fast, out slowly. And this is, to a degree, imitating some of the demand that is placed on the hamstrings when we're running. Okay, again, I stress, in quick, out slow. This next exercise is a somewhat aggressive one. We call this the Nordic hamstring exercise, and it's invented somewhere in Scandinavia. I don't know exactly where, but it's really one of the few, maybe the only exercise that is proven to help prevent recurrent hamstring strain. So at some point in your hamstring strain rehab, you've got to do this. Now, the disadvantage is you need some equipment. You might have to do this at the gym, or you need a partner to hold your heels, hold at your Achilles. I'm using my bench. Here's how you do it. So you're up tall in the spine and hips. My heels are held steady, and I'm going to fall forward slowly until I can't hold myself, and then I come back up. And I try to do it again. I'm keeping my spine straight, my hips straight. I'm coming forward slowly. My hamstrings are holding me. It's pretty tough. And I'm going to try to do somewhere between 5 and 10 of these, depending on your level of strength and your stage of rehab. It shouldn't hurt. If it hurts, it's too much for you at this stage. Stick with the easier exercises for a little while longer. But this exercise, again, at some point in your rehab process, somewhere in the intermediate to advanced stages, is a must do. So that was my intermediate phase home exercise program for hamstring strain. So that is for the patient who's generally somewhere around 2 or 3 weeks post-injury. Their initial pain has subsided. They're getting around at a basic level pretty well, but they're starting to work into some strengthening, and there's a need to work into that, again, intermediate phase strengthening. And the real point here is to strengthen the hamstring muscles while not simultaneously stretching the muscles, which is where maximum stress is applied to the muscle. We'll work on that in our next phase. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope it helps you get back to what you love to do. Again, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we'll see you in the next video.